And welcome back to the show. Well, on this show we like to introduce you to new music, and tonight we're actually going to be introducing you to a brand new band out of Croatia. The band is called Ocean of Another, and they have a new EP out called One Day This Pain Will Subside. And we thought to get to know this band a little bit more and to get to know a little bit more about this EP, we would actually get one of the members on the band of the band on the phone right now to chat a little bit about it. Welcome to the program, Dorian.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
No worries. Now, mate, tell us a little bit about Ocean of Another, because you are a pretty new band. You only formed in 2022. Tell us a little bit about the band coming together, because you're all from very successful bands. So how did Ocean of Another form?
Ocean of Another actually started during the COVID times because I was playing guitar in another band, and when the lockdown hit and we couldn't leave our houses, I started working on some new materials. And because I couldn't actually work with the rest of the band, I tried demoing everything myself. I tried a little bit of singing and then wrote some lyrics. And then it turned out that they actually hated it. But it turned out that I had a lot of things to say. So I kind of just started writing songs and then showed them to a couple of my colleagues, and that kind of became the Ocean of Another in time.
Well, was that a bit of a shock to you, like having your bandmates from your other band not kind of wanting to do that music? Was that a bit of a shock to you, and did you straight away think about how can I get this music out there?
Well, it wasn't actually a shock because it was a bit different from what we were doing at the time, but I was like kind of open to experimenting. But yeah, I actually thought that these songs were like pretty good, and I didn't want them like to stay on the shelf, so I really wanted to get them out there, but I had no plan and no idea. I started planning the full band after a couple of these guys joined that are in the band now. So yeah, I really wanted to get them out. So it's lucky that they joined.
You said that you had things that you wanted to say. What kind of things did you find that you were writing about at that time?
Well, I always wrote about mental health and kind of human condition stuff. I was never much into love songs. I tried writing some love songs when I was in high school, but they sucked and I never got the girl. So I kind of just picked these topics because they're like really close to me. For example, I had unfortunately, I have a lot of experience with with mental health issues and stuff like that. So it actually helped me to write about it. And it kind of, I saw that it helped me to see myself from another point of view, and it kind of helps me to figure myself out a little bit better.
Yeah, I know it's really cathartic to sit down and write about topics like that when you've been going through it, but have you also found that your lyrics have spoken to people who have listened to the tracks as well? Have you had people come up to you and say that track explains what I've been going through or has helped me?
Yeah, well, it's been a little bit overwhelming for me because I haven't actually expected to connect with so many people so fast, because I Find It Hard to Feel Alive was I think our third single that we put out, and it got so many good responses, and my DMs on both my Instagram accounts, both the band's Instagram account and my private, was kind of overfilled with different people telling me their stories and how they connect to the songs. And now as we continue down the path of writing about those themes specifically, we also get more of these. We also, as we employ more, let's say, aggressive marketing techniques for getting out there, we also get more negative responses, but we also get more positive responses. So yes, there's a lot of like people that connects with these songs.
Definitely, I was going to say that. There's been a lot of people out there that have fallen in love with your music. I'm reading some of the stats at the moment. 500,000 streams on Spotify, 150,000 streams on YouTube. You also picked up a Best Newcomer Award at the Rye Rock Awards. What does that mean to you personally, knowing that you have written these songs from such a personal place and that your music has been embraced out there so much by people right around the world?
Well, it's kind of crazy and scary and nice at the same time because I like go through this process where I actually have to kind of admit my flaws and show my wounds to the world. But when it gets well received, it makes me happy to see that there's a genuine human connection that happens in those moments, and I think that's what it's all about. I mean, I write about these songs not as a way to kind of complain, but as a way to get to that point of genuine human connection. So it means a lot to me.
Now, the EP comes out on March 4th. What are your plans going forward after that? Are you hoping to get out and play some shows? What are the plans after that?
Absolute world domination. Yeah, we are planning on playing shows, and that's pretty much it. As many shows as we can get. We are looking forward to some festivals. We are already looking forward to 2025. We will probably be putting out another EP at the end of the year. We are already writing new songs, so this EP is actually the beginning of, let's say, putting this band into a higher gear. So, yeah.
So is there any chance that we might see you in Australia at some stage as well, seeing that your music seems to have been received quite well here?
Well, that will be really cool, and we will definitely love that. But at the time of this interview, we don't have anything confirmed yet. So if you know any promoters, send them our way.
One of the tracks that has been embraced here has been your acoustic cover of Slipknot. Tell us a little bit about that. What was it about that track that made you want to cover that track? Because it's such a brilliant cover.
Oh, thank you. We are all huge Slipknot fans, and when we were starting the band, we talked about like paying homage to one of our role models, and Slipknot is one of our role models. And then we discussed about what song to do. Should we do like something heavier or whatever? But we really liked Snuff, and we wanted to do an acoustic version of it because I think it kind of peels away the layers of different emotions, and it kind of hits differently. So when we recorded it, we were like instantly in love. We did a few other covers, but Snuff was the one that stuck with us, and we put it out, and it was pretty crazy how well it's received, and it's still going strong. I mean, it has almost 600,000 streams on Spotify. It's super crazy for us.
Yeah, well, we are definitely going to be playing your music on our show. And I guess to finish off the interview, what would you like to say to people out there who are about to sit down and take a listen to One Day This Pain Will Subside on March 4th?
I hope you enjoy it. We've put a lot of love and thinking into this EP. The narrative behind the EP is actually that in this world where actually the capitalism has put a price on everything, we believe that the last resort for revolution and for resistance is actually some kind of a learning about yourself. You have to figure out who you are and how you fit into the world, so that you cannot be sold stuff. You have to be aware of what and how you are living your life. So